And some very basic strengthening exercises for our legs. It's as easy as extending that right leg all the way out, trying to get the toe pointed up to the ceiling, and then coming back down. And I like to alternate legs, so we'll do the left leg out and bring it back down. And what we're doing is working the muscles here in the top of the leg, our quadriceps. So we'll do the right leg again, all the way out, and bring it back down. Good. And the left, all the way out, and bring it back down. Very good. Another good exercise to do seated are just simply seated marches. And so you'll just lift your right leg up and back down on the ground, and left leg up and back down on the ground. And that's working these hip flexors, which are very important, especially as we get older and our muscles get tighter. That's why it's just important to engage these muscles and to stretch these muscles. So we'll do one more on the right and back down. Very good. And one more on the left and back down. Okay, now for the upper body, very easy. Arms can be straight by your side. If you need to, you can scoot up in your chair a little bit if the arms are in the way. We're just going to do a bicep curl. And so all we're going to do is bend at the elbow with the right, and then take it back down, and then the left, and take it back down. And you'll notice, you'll be like, oh, this is easy, okay? But what you want to do, especially if you haven't done anything, then we can relax here, is to start with your own body weight. You don't need to use weights. Start with your own body weight, especially if you haven't done anything in a while or ever. Okay, start with your own body weight. You're going to activate those muscles. You're going to get those muscles working. So that's important. And then a lot of people ask me, well, how do I know when I'm ready to progress? Well, like I said earlier, take it slow. You should be able, to do these exercises, whichever ones that you're doing. You should be able to do it for at least a week, and not shut yourself down the next day. So as long as you can do that, then you can slowly progress, and that's the key, is to progress very slowly with weights. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't have weights. You can use a can of soup. That's about 1 pound usually, okay? So you can use those soup cans at home. Just don't drop them on your feet, okay? But that's a good way to progress, and that's as far as the strengthening. So we have two very important components. We have stretching and we have strengthening. And then I know a lot of people get frustrated with, they're like, what about the cardio? Because that seems to be the hardest thing to do. Once again, that can be as simple as, I'm going to walk to the end of the driveway today and back. You can't think, well, I'm going to try to make it all the way around the block. Once again, small increments. If you've got a long driveway, maybe for some people it's, I'm going to walk from one end of the house to the other. It's simple things like that. You just start small and gradually increase. And I think the cardio is where you'll find it probably most beneficial, to be in the water as well, because, that's going to be a more soothing environment for your body, and you'll be able to move a little bit more in the water. You can do walking in the water. They have aqua belts, and you can eventually progress to doing more of like a running motion in the water. You can increase your speed back and forth, things like that. Okay? Sound good?
I think it's terrific.
I've got a stack of my cards over here, and we've got some brochures about the facility. And, if you get home and you're like, I really don't think I'm ready to start a wellness program, or I've got stuff that I have access to at home, I will be more than happy to put some stuff together for you if you contact me. Just say, Leslie, I saw you or heard you at the lecture. I really need some help. I have no problem doing that. You can come by and I can put some stuff together for you, okay, if you have any questions. Or if you would even just like to come by and see the facility, we do tours all the time, so we'll be more than happy to do that for you. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Leslie, that was great, and I think the greatest part about it was what Leslie was telling us, is that we just have to start from wherever we are. We don't have to go out and say, okay, we're going to exercise, we're going to run marathons. No, 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 no. You can start from your chair, you can start from just walking to your mailbox, You can start from just flexing your muscles around. But the most important thing is the people that you're going to meet here today are people who are what we call fibro-friendly. They're fibro-friendly docs and professionals that are going to believe what's going on with you, are very sensitive to what's going on with you, and help you with the challenges that come along with it. I'm sure Leslie understands that you're not going to come in and go into intense training. She's going to take you from that very beginning. There are two other people I want to just shout out. We have Dr. Todd Rodman, who is, I'm sorry. What a terrible thing. Dr. Todd Rodman, who is a wonderful chiropractor here in town that will help you. It's Living Well Solutions. And also in that same place in Boca is Barbara. Barbara Heldling is an acupuncturist, and she works with you, really understands, just giving a little shout out to them as well. So there is a lot of help in the community, and that's what we're here to tell you. You know, I had a whole bunch of things written out here, but anybody who knows me knows that I never look at anything I write down anyway. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia before it was even popular. It was not an in thing. It was about 24 years ago. I was working at, and I don't think if I wasn't working with neurologists and a bunch of other docs as a therapist, they would have taken me seriously. It hurt me here, it hurt me here, it hurt me here, it hurt me everywhere. I didn't know what was going on. I literally felt like I was losing my mind, which for a psychotherapist isn't such a good thing. So I kind of, and I went through tests and I did everything, and they said to me, you have fibromyalgia. And I said, what is this? And of course I went through the same thing that many of us go through. I didn't believe. How do you know? There's no specific test. It's a rule-out diagnosis. And then I had to make the decision. I really felt crummy. And then I had to make the decision of, what do I do? I could totally buy into this and just say, I am disabled for the rest of my life. I had this fibromyalgia, it hurts, I could have done that. Or I needed to kind of make peace with it and said, thank God it's not going to kill me. Although there are days that we all yell, everybody can understand that we go, oh, please. But it hurts like it's going to kill you. And it feels like this can't possibly only be fibromyalgia. Or for our friends here of chronic fatigue, this can't possibly be this exhaustion from that chronic fatigue. This just can't be real. I ask you to accept it. And the average person, it takes 3 years to even get a diagnosis, because you've all been around to doctors and more doctors and doctors, and that it's not been figured out. And so I've developed some tools for life to help us deal with the chronic pain that we have. Deal with it and change your life accordingly, but you don't have to lose yourself. You know, there's an interesting story. A woman had a heart attack, and she's 40 years old, and she has this heart attack. And she is going, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Why are you doing this to me? Am I going to die? And God says, no, no, no. You're going to live another 40 years, 5 weeks and 7 days. She goes, oh my God, I'm going to live another 40 years, 5 weeks, 7 days. I should fix myself up. So after she recovers from her heart attack, she does exactly that. She has her nose done, her cheeks done, implants. She's got liposuction. She's nipped, she's tucked, she's sucked, she's everything. She is looking hot. She strolls down, goes out. She's getting out of the hospital. She's looking hot. She's all excited, goes down. Boom! She gets hit by a bus. She goes, God, what happened? You told me I had 40 years, 5 weeks, 7 days. What? He said, to tell you the truth, I didn't recognize you.